What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to your favorite Wednesday night wrestling podcast, the biggest show of the week. And not only because it's wrestling, but also it is Josh's celebration birthday bash here at RSH this evening. And as always, your host, the RSH champion of the world, Chuck Winchester, with the lovely Yvonne D. Board, with the birthday man himself, Josh D. Board, and joining us again for the first time in a while, but returning from Wrestle Buddy, Tyler Peters, the Tyler Peters. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm happy to be here. I didn't know whether to sing happy birthday to Josh, but I'll just tell him early happy birthday. Yeah. I figured that's not his style, and I'm wearing the Patriots hat for him. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, which I know he hates, but I figured I'll be nice and wear the Patriots hat. So.
I was raised in a cowboy house.
Yeah, we were. Yeah,
jealousy's real between my dad and me. So
yeah, it is.
I just tell him.
Okay, gotcha.
Present day Cowboys. You guys were the Patriots of the 90s. We just took over the 2000s.
No, that's kind of fair, actually.
Well, yeah, that's hard to argue. Yeah, to be fair, but I know you're coming after that championship. I know he's bragging he's got a right to be, but I can't wait to see what the bookings and telling. Speaking of your podcast, I'll tell you.
All I know is that shoulder will not be without that belt. Well, let me rephrase it. This shoulder will not be without that belt for at least another, 3-4 years, maybe.
All right, I'm done sharing.
They'll keep it together.
Okay.
Because that belt only comes in one size.
No, not that.
And that size.
Again.
Wow.
Winchester. I forgot about that little slogan.
I wish you would have continued to forgot about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
What are you going to do? Well, hey, thanks for joining us tonight, Tyler. I know you're a busy guy. You're doing all kinds of podcasts.
Oh, no problem.
Writings. You're doing all kinds of announcing at other venues and sports. It's crazy how busy you are.
I know, and I'm very lucky to do all of this. And hey, man, thank you all for having me. It's always a blast. You guys are so knowledgeable, and it's always an honor. So this will be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're still in Nashville, so we do need to get down there again and just, hang out with you. I love Nashville. I've never seen you there. So
yeah, we need to do it. Hey, get on Broadway, have a party. Let's do it. Come on. And I'll acknowledge you. Not really, because I want to see you drop a yeah. There you go.
Last time I'm to Nashville back in September, and I thought I was going to get shanked. We were trying to walk from the hotel to downtown and got on a weird route, and I didn't feel safe, so we had to call an Uber and hide in the park for a minute. But anyway, I digress.
That's a scary situation, and thank God you're okay. Trust me, we will avoid those areas, or if we don't, I'll be the biggest coward because I'm not a big guy anyways. Somebody better enlist a pro wrestler to help us because we're screwed. That's all I got to say.
Trash talking online, in person, not so
I
much.
believe that.
That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to hide behind my keyboard. I'm big and tough, and then when they see me, they're going to go, "Oh, we can smash this guy." Okay. I digress. I don't know.
Hey, huge week of wrestling. We just had Roman Reigns hang out with the Usos for the first time since WrestleMania. That was a big one.
That was a big one.
Night of the Champions coming up in just less than 2 weeks away, a week and a half.
Yeah.
So we got a lot going on.
A lot.
Well, let's start with
Chuck's
favorite.
Uh-oh.
Styles.
I wonder who's going to win that match.
Yeah.
The next Captain America.
Right? Who's going to be
there? No, I mean, it's obviously going to be Seth.
Right.
One, they wouldn't take AJ from the club and throw him on Raw.
Right.
Two,
Makes sense.
Seth deserves this.
Oh, for sure.
It's Seth.
Seth's been the most
It's his
important part
moment.
of WWE for the last 2 years.
My only concern with this whole tournament was I brought up in the chat I was in the other day. I was like, this is post draft. Why do we have SmackDown superstars involved in this tournament?
That's what I told Josh.
When we know
Me
they can't
too.
win it.
That's
So,
exactly.
I mean,
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Me too.
They said they'd move. I mean, it feels like Edge versus Seth. I could see Edge winning and going if they want.
Right.
Or if they're like, fuck, we should have put him here. How do we get him here? Oh, let's put the title on him.
Yeah.
Right.
But we know Styles ain't leaving the club like you just
Right.
mentioned.
But
No,
it's
but I'm
gonna be
glad.
a
It's
good
nice
match.
to see Styles
Yes.
right back in the main
Sure,
event.
I
Right
agree.
away.
And he
Absolutely.
pinned Edge too. So
Yeah,
that's
a
really
big
good.
deal.
I'm ecstatic.
Not,
I'm happy for AJ, but I'm with you. I think Seth is he's worthy. This is what
Right.
everybody's wanting.
because this is what's going to happen. He's going to get his ass kicked by this guy. So
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller is going to beat the shit out of AJ Styles. Watch, he's on the Waller Effect Friday.
Yeah, yep.
The Waller effect. I love it.
Yep, it's a
He's
show.
great.
I
He's
love
great.
it, dude. It's very good.
You.
I do
Oh,
remember him.
he's entertaining.
Dude,
Yes, he
and he's a
is.
good shit talker.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
definitely.
Remember, he feuded with Styles briefly.
Yep.
He knows how
Styles
to.
wanted to go work with him.
Yeah.
He chose to go down there.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
See what-
correct.
You see what he started with Shawn Michaels
So
NXT.
they're going
He
to
can
put
do
him with
it.
Styles right away,
Yeah.
probably.
That makes sense. Hell yeah.
Well,
It is-
I like how this guy knows how to talk and get the heat, like you guys are saying. He's very impressive. Not only the Aussie accent, but you just want to punch a guy. But he's talented. The guy can back it up. You want to see him get beat up. That's
That
the
Shawn
point.
Michaels segment I
Yeah,
told you
he
about,
did,
where
yeah.
he's like, I was always a Bret Hart guy. He's like, oh, you only got your job because Triple H almost died. Like,
That's so
he doesn't give a
hilarious.
fuck.
He
That's-
don't.
And he's already one
Yeah,
of those
wow.
scripted on the main roster.
he'll make it.
So there's like
Perfect.
15 wrestlers that have freedom. Reportedly, he's like the third
one of them.
highest one. Yeah.
That's
Number
what's up.
one's KO.
Of
That makes
course.
That's why KO's just saying whatever the fuck he's like,
I
dude, I'm
love
gonna
it.
punch you in the face. Can I hit him now?
Can I hit him
Like,
now?
you can tell the difference between
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
freedom, and that's why when people are like, Vince, that was a shitty decision. Vince, I don't think has anything to do with it.
No, I
Right
don't
now.
think so.
I believe
I think he's rolling in his billions off that Endeavor deal.
right.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Speaking of McMahon, but yeah, Kevin Owens, I love his attitude, the aggression. I mean, we see it in his promos all the time, especially whether it's SmackDown now Raw. That was tremendous between him and Sami Zayn, saying, "Sammy, I'm not worried about the bloodline. If the Judgment Day want to fight, let's do it." Where Sammy's kind of stuck in this, he can't get past Roman, so that's a very interesting dynamic.
Yeah, he still cares.
The
He
whole thing's
still does.
interesting. So do we
Mhm.
think that maybe they will, the Usos might end up joining Sammy and KO and taking down the bloodline?
I don't think KO would ever let them join.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I'm not
I think
saying
Sam-
be BFFs.
No, but I don't think KO would ever be cool with it.
I don't
He'd be
think
like,
so
dude,
either.
I want it done with this shit. Like,
That's fair.
I don't want to team up with them.
Are you crazy?
Do you
That's
trust
fair.
them? He's like, why can't? Because he even said, like, why do you keep going and talking to him? Remember a few weeks ago, he was like,
Oh yeah.
why do you
Absolutely.
care still? He's like, I just do. He's like, what the fuck ever? And he walked off.
He's like,
Yeah.
they don't care about.
I
you.
don't-
Like,
I've
stay
got
out.
Roman
Look,
pushing Jimmy for some reason.
I'm
Oh,
okay
yeah.
with the Night of Champions. It's interesting. The segment on SmackDown was
It
really,
was
really
in-
fucking
It
good.
was interesting.
And they did
I
it's
like
a nice swerve because I didn't think they were going this way. But
Yeah.
after this, I'm fucking done with KO and Sandy
Yeah.
Going
versus the
after-
Bloodline.
I
Like they need a
agree.
move. I know the DIY rumors are hot. Go with that.
Sure.
Please.
That's a fresh feud. That'll be a
Something-
great feud. That'll help
something
get
new.
Ciampa and
Mhm.
Gargano over more on the main
Yes.
roster than they are. And the Bloodline just they're going to fight amongst themselves. I mean, I think
They're
They're
Usos-
falling
from
apart
the
as
inside.
they're falling
Solo
apart,
Roman
yeah.
versus Usos at SummerSlam. I think's the move.
Yep.
I hear Bloodline versus Imperium
Well,
at
I
Survivor
like
Series
that.
with
So-
Ilya Dragunov being added to Imperium.
I like it.
The one thing post Bloodline with KO and Sammy is I don't really see KO and Sammy as a tag team outside that feud. Like to see them continue as tag team champions against other real tag teams, I'm like, they're really better as single competitors. But Sammy's really good with KO, so
is.
maybe they'll work it out.
No, I think they'll be fun. I think you made a good point. They're great as singles, but as a unit, they're impressive. I think they could go a long way. Now, whether they're going to lose the straps, I know you guys will do that in predictions. Hey, Si,
I
mutual friend there. He, Josh, we refer to him as the wise man on the other programs, and just tell Si we're wiring him the money overseas. We're all sucking up to him. Please give us the ratings. Come on, you're holding out on us. There
It's
you
kind of
go.
bullshit that he only watches when you're on the show, so I don't know what that's about. But,
No, I don't believe that. You guys are too cool, man. He's just seriously. I know we're teasing, but I mean that as a compliment. But that's the thing, man. Kevin Owens, I like his attitude, and I'm glad he's got creative freedom because he's believable. That's what I like about wrestling. You got to have these characters, whether it's men or women, that you can suspend your disbelief. And I'll tell you another example is Cody Rhodes has been on fire since coming back. I love,
Promo was really
don't get me
good.
wrong. Yeah.
I'm sick of
Yeah,
the what do you
wise.
want
Too. I'm
but
sick of that.
his promos are
Mhm.
much better.
Much better.
Just
They
nice.
are, and
Well, he
It's not
does
true.
put our program on.
he
I
just
mean-
shares. He never actually watches. Don't let him lie to
He
you.
put it on his
he
network.
put you
like,
over.
We know you.
Yeah, trust
psycho.
me. But no, if anybody can do like a frog and scorpion analogy during the promo and make me invested, that's a pretty special talent. Because I was like, "Where's he going with this?" But then I had to be patient, and what do you know? He tied it together. So I'm actually intrigued by the Lesnar feud with Cody. And I mean, do you guys think it's going to go to SummerSlam? Do you think we're going to see another match besides just Night of Champions?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Brock wins this one.
Yeah.
Brock
They go to
wins it.
SummerSlam.
They're
and
gonna
that's
go
it.
again.
One
Yep.
thing I think we've all realized from Triple H writing is he likes to drag things out. As a buddy of mine mentioned the other day, he was like, Triple H fully supported turning The Hobbit into 3 movies. because it's one book. And so like he really likes to drag things out. Not a bad thing, but he likes to get into the
What the hell's
story.
The Hobbit?
What the heck is?
You know what the Hobbit is, Tyler?
Yeah, I know who the Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings. My inner nerd's coming out, but yeah, I get what you're saying. The story, it's kind of trilogy sequels. Yeah,
We got it. We got to chime. You never heard of Hobbit?
I haven't.
Do you know what Lord of the Rings is?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
people in skirts running around.
And so it is a prequel trilogy to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. But the Hobbit book came out first, and it's just one book. And then when they made it into a movie, they turned it in one book into 3 movies. And so the analogy was that, you know, they dragged out the Hobbit for the movies, and Triple H likes to drag things out in storytelling, which isn't always, that's not bad. It's just, so because
No,
of
not
that,
at
I
all.
believe that there will be a third match with at SummerSlam.
With the Hobbit.
and
You
if
heard
you
of the
want to
Hobbits?
hear the Hobbit
greatest
feud
trilogy.
is coming up next on, you know,
What's coming up next?
what the Hobbit
I just
feud.
heard
I was
that.
just
Perfect.
teasing. Yeah, that's going to be. Yeah. No, hey,
Yeah, the
but I think the
pitch-perfect
Brock
feud.
Cody stuff is great. Yeah.
It
Yep.
is.
I agree.
Surprisingly good.
It is.
Yep, I'm not a big fan of Brock, but
Me either.
You don't say.
Me either.
I do have to say, I will say this about Brock is when he was like, who's the coward now to Cody after he again jumped Cody from behind. You, Brock, you are still the
Brock.
coward.
You're
because
insulting
you
yourself.
did the exact
stupid.
same thing that wanted you to be a coward in the first place. So I know he's got a small brain because he's too busy out there.
You know he's not that.
Super
I
Flexing
enjoyed
cows.
that.
You know
He
he's
grabbed him. That was.
Hell, he beat his ass.
He was just like, "Yeah, Cody, you happy
No,
now?"
that was
We
good.
know-
It was.
that's-
I love
feud's been
Brock
good.
Lesnar, man. I'm unpopular. I like Lesnar. Just to make somebody mad here, because I love you all, but I'm gonna have to disagree. I wanted him to take him to Suplex City as much as I like Cody. Just suplex him again, make him bleed again, or you bleed again. It don't matter. It's all.
Cool with Cody's run.
You made him bleed.
I still don't
That's what
like
you get.
Cody that much.
I don't either.
He's still that whiny little kid from AEW.
What you
that-
want to talk about? I can't handle that anymore.
But
Starcade
yeah,
on
he's
Monday
got to
night.
get away
versus
from.
Stardust.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stardust.
Well,
Yeah,
they're talking about Greensboro. Yeah,
But-
the history going back, that area with the Crockett's. So that's what he's referring to, and I think that has a lot to do with his reaction because Dusty booked the Mid-Atlantic territory with Flair and all those people back then. So I think there's a nostalgia factor possibly, but he's already over. I'm not saying that was the only reason, but I think when you go to towns like that, I mean, yeah, he is super over. You're right, Josh. That's
Like,
an
he just, like,
understatement.
he's stupid over.
He is.
Like
He
they
is.
wait for
Yeah,
that part of his
stupid
song.
over. Yeah.
Dude, I do. I'm sitting there working, and then when that part comes on the song, I stop and go, "Whoa!" Like, just
Yeah,
go,
I start singing. It's something with him and Rollins, man. When you're doing the sing-alongs, I mean that's the cool stuff. Like I'll get caught up in it as well.
It's good shit. When you have good music, I mean, when your entrance, it's a show. It's all
It
about
is.
showmanship, and having a really good music that
Right.
captivates the audience that's so big for your character
is.
in general.
We were in Cincinnati and we saw how Seth was over. We heard
Yep.
it. We were singing it.
And Dominic.
And Dominic.
Yeah, everybody's like that pumped in crowd noise. We were there,
We were
and
there.
we could barely hear him
We
talk
could.
20 feet away from him because we
How
weren't
many
that far
boos
away.
right
he
by the
got?
time.
Like
Yeah.
his heat's legit, Vince Russo, you stupid fuck.
Really?
Vince Russo's an
Anyway.
idiot. He still wears torn up.
Yeah,
bleach.
but we don't listen to Russo. I'm kind of like Cornette. I forget Vince Russo, and yeah, he's crazy. Dominic is definitely over as a villain. I don't care. I can go to Wendy's on that, just like Cornette, get a double cheeseburger for screw Russo. I'll tell you, Dominic has got the heat, man. Because like you guys said, that they're not even letting him talk. The mommy stuff's just tremendous with Rhea.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'm envious of him. Can I be Buddy Matthews? Can I? My goodness, yeah. I'll just say
Yeah.
that.
Rhea's hot.
She is.
Oh,
Yeah,
She's
she
dangerous.
is.
not to be that
Definitely.
pervy guy on TV or on the internet, but
I want to be on her good side. So I'm gonna say.
It's too
yeah.
late. We could go to our Alexa Bliss segments from the past.
Oh yeah.
well, in that case, I'd let her pin me. Is all I'm
Oh,
saying.
for Lord's sakes. Oh boy.
Where the hell?
Yeah, that could be for another show. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
the RSH XXX edition.
Oh my.
Yeah, the
boy.
pervy
Vaughn, you're
old
not
man.
coming to that.
No,
one.
I'm not. I'm
That's
not
your
even.
week
No,
off.
I'll probably not be. I won't be a guest on that. No offense. I'll probably have to miss that one.
I'm like the guy where I'm not interested either. No.
Well, I mean, we're just us
Yeah.
two, I guess. Whatever. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I love about this show. You never know where we're going to go. That's what's so cool. That's what I admire. I wish I could do this.
And our face expressions are going to be. talk about guys like Cody. No,
I mean, I'm just
don't-
sitting here
don't
drinking
ever
beer,
say
man.
that
I
again.
I'm gonna start every episode like
I know.
I just said.
Oh,
that.
I know. That's what's incredible. That's what I enjoy about what you guys bring.
Oh, and speaking
And,
of predictable, don't forget we're sponsored by Tony Khan's huge, ever-growing pile of cocaine that he keeps snorting when he keeps putting
He's
shows.
never coming down.
So
So,
the con this week is, hey, Friday nights at 10 ain't bad enough. Let's put a
I
new
know,
show on up
another
against
one.
college football, UFC,
Gosh.
WWE, the NBA, and the NFL.
His
And
That's
just
gonna
Saturday
drive the-
nights in general.
Yeah, like Saturday night is a horrible night to put
Yeah,
a
that's-
wrestling show on. It is horrible. So you're going to go up against WWE's main pay-per-view,
Yeah, seriously.
UFC fights, which are really fucking big. College
nuts.
football owns Saturdays from August to the middle of January. And it's
Oh, they
starting,
do.
dude, every Saturday. And then, and not this year, but next year they go to an 18 playoff. So they're going to own it from August to February because the season's going to be longer. AEW, what are you going to watch? AEW, Andrade fighting Jungle Boy, or are you going to
Yeah,
watch
seriously.
number 1 Alabama versus number 3 Georgia? Like they're going to get destroyed.
And it's just in the Saturday night, and
And
wrestling.
a
is a kid's
UFC
show.
has events every week anymore.
Like,
Like
seriously.
my buddy Trey always goes to B-Dubs watches the fights
There you go.
every Saturday. There's people that religiously don't miss those,
They don't.
and that's
Mhm.
a terrible.
and people are on vacations.
Now
in the
there's a
summertime,
soft
and
brand split. It's like, dude, they want to be WWE so bad it drives me insane.
His
Now they have a
Well,
brand.
and
They don't have.
No,
Are they
go
serious?
ahead.
It's a soft brand split, but there's going to be people
Yeah.
only
His
on
ego-
that show.
yeah.
That's silly.
So Tony Khan's trying to. I think he's trying too hard.
His ego's out of control.
He's
He
running
need-
before he's walking.
It's so out of control. He can't stop us. That's how
Yeah.
bad it's getting.
You can-
But, yeah, let's focus on Rampage or at least Dynamite before we decide. We got to have Collision. I
I
mean,
can't wait till he comes out with new belts.
it's
Gosh,
that'll probably be next. Yeah, new
It's
belt
like-
designs.
like the money in his pocket's burning a hole in it because he wants to spend it so bad.
I can't
That's what he-
wait for the next
that's what he's
interim.
doing.
Dude,
Yeah.
does that mean they're going to get an interim champion like they used to do?
on a serious note with that, they're doing what TNA did, which obviously was a mistake. Was that TNA got some popularity in the late 2000s, and they got Hulk Hogan over, and they're like, "Oh, we have all the popularity and then the big name. Let's go Monday nights," and they failed immediately.
WWE's like, hey, Brett.
Yeah,
Hey, Brett.
and so I feel
We're
like,
sorry.
Yeah.
so I feel like EW has that same mindset. Oh, we're growing, we're doing big. Let's do it. Let's do what they're doing because they'll be
Yeah.
successful. It won't be. You got to build the foundation, and they're still young. They're what 3-4
Uh-huh.
years.
Yeah,
They'll
3 or 4 at
build that
the
foundation.
most. Mhm.
You gotta
No,
know.
I-
They
I
got to
hear you.
relax.
Make them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Hulk
Oh, dude, so-
Hogan when they were going Monday nights.
They failed immediately.
I mean,
I
it
remember
was
that was the
just-
last show I watched.
Yeah, I mean,
The money
I
in the
was pulling for
Dang
TNA
league.
a little bit.
I totally was. I loved TNA back then. I mean, my roommates and I, we would get drunk, believe it or not, and
I
we'd
don't
watch
believe
I don't
AEW.
believe it either.
We watched
I'm
Tuesday nights,
surprised.
man. It was great. Right?
Yeah.
That was back with Styles.
I mean, there
Dixie
was
Carter.
good talent.
Yeah. It was. I had a lot of fun
Yeah.
watching that show. Back with Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, and then as soon as Hulk came in, they went to Monday nights. They got rid of the six-sided ring,
Sided.
and they went full the other direction of being good TV shows. So, and I think AEW is starting to make that same mistake because they're starting to
Yeah.
get ahead of themselves. They're doing the same
But
things
Tony
that
Khan don't listen to people. That's the problem. He's got good people around him, but he don't listen to them. It's like his
He
talent. Some of them
listens.
don't. We don't take advice. Yeah. Okay.
Look at their women's division, for example.
he's a
It's-
rich, spoiled kid,
Yeah,
and when you're a
it's-
rich, spoiled kid, you don't see reality, and he's not seeing his
He's
reality.
got big names and talent, but he doesn't use them right. Look at his women's division.
Absolutely.
It's
Mhm.
barely holding on together. Let's create another show. Make sure the first two are successful, like Tyler said first. Then we'll think of a new show.
I remember
But-
how
Exactly.
remember that epic Jay White signing?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
We're gonna change the game. Like,
boy.
yeah, that worked for
That
now.
did-
He's a bona fide mid Carter. I
Wow.
mean, it's pretty.
The guy
bizarre.
don't stop.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not really a big name until you're a big
Mhm.
name, and just because you're a big name in New Japan doesn't mean you're a big name in every company. That's another AEW issue.
Well, see, that's the big difference, and I think that's where people, no disrespect in New Japan, but you're not. That doesn't make you a headliner over here. No offense. I mean, you can be talented all day, have the physique, and talk, but until you get here and you're programmed with some of the mainstream main eventers here in North America, to your point, point. I mean,
Yep, absolutely.
yeah, I mean, it's just great observations. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. It's and that's one thing that AEW does too. Everybody knows who that person is, and they headline this big show with that person. We know who the fuck that is, and then they'll play like a little the Jeanette of the guy right before the show, but that doesn't mean people care about this main event because they don't know who that is. There's no emotion invested in it. And they say, and then all the internet marks, I hate to be that guy, but they always say, well, go to YouTube and watch. No, I'm watching AEW. I'm not watching YouTube shows.
Not really.
So if I'm watching AEW and don't know what's going on in AEW, why would I continue to watch AEW? Exactly. So that's
all the YouTube shows are canceled.
Well, I just mean they say YouTube in general.
I say
YouTube,
why to get this show.
Search the name. I don't know. I'm not taking that.
No, it's fair. Yeah.
Like,
why no video packages to establish, especially if you don't know them? A lot of the casual fans may not be aware of a Jay White. Why not at least give some history? That makes sense to me. Just logic. That way you at least got a foundation. Yeah.
They don't do
That's
that.
like on Monday they showed one of Apollo, even though we are aware of him.
He's rebuilding.
But like,
He's rebuilding,
but then
yeah.
they showed a Bronson Reed when he was coming
did.
up. They still showed Gunther ones. Like he's new. He's new to Raw, so
He's new.
God, and he made we'll get to that later. He made a really fucking big impression Monday in my opinion.
Yes,
Gunther's like he might be the best booked wrestler on the roster.
I can't hard argue.
agree.
Imperium's killing it.
Imperium is fucking great.
Just walking around bragging.
Yeah, Imperium's been a highlight.
You read it on my article. New Day
New
with Big E versus Imperium will
I like
happen
it.
whenever the hell Big E comes
They
back.
talked to Gunther Big E thing I was reading. I was telling Josh.
Gunther
so.
Big E would be great.
Yes,
And
Triple H is pushing it.
Oh, and also this for all the people hating this is going to be really fucking good.
I'm not going to be that guy that's like, I bet I know why Ali won, but we all know why Ali won.
Well, this is
I was a
also
little hating on
this
this.
has also
one,
been
so
a
I
long
was.
time coming for Ali too.
That's good for Ali. That's
He
pretty
survived
awesome.
Retribution, which nobody should have been put through.
Yeah,
And like
That's fair.
he's a very fucking good wrestler.
He is.
He's
And he-
stuck around.
and
dude.
he's positive now. So
He's positive Ali.
Oh my
So
gosh.
anyway, that match is
Whatever.
going to be
I
great.
can't handle
That's his
that
thing.
either.
Be positive Ali.
I like Ali. I'm just not into the positive spin, but
I
he's a talented performer. So I think him and Gunther, this may be one of those that people overlook just because Ali's in it, but not because of Gunther. And it's going to end up being a terrific match.
He's going to get him over too.
He did. He was.
That Gunther's got everybody. Dude, Gunther and Riddle is obviously where they're going because Riddle like disrespected the shit out of him when he walked out there.
He did.
That's going to be fucking amazing.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's going to be hard hitting. The smacks versus fucking Riddle's kicks.
Yeah, I thought
Absolutely.
with that.
But
And I think
that battle royal was really fucking good.
It was
And
fun.
I hate them so much. But that one was actually really
That was
good.
a
I
pretty
like
good
him
one.
when they're far and in between, and so when they're
Mhm.
when they're not booked all the time, they can be good.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Yeah,
I think
they can work. And
What's up? Connor?
hello. Yeah, Connor. Yeah,
brother.
what's
What up,
going on?
Connor?
All right, so we're gonna do. So we didn't have a show last week.
Sorry, guys. I had an air conditioner I need to look at.
It's fine because we're gonna
Things
quickly.
It's a broken,
go
it's
through
a
Backlash.
broken
Out
pan.
of our
Apparently,
control. So
it's a broken pan. Not sure how much that's going to cost, but that's why I rent.
But we,
Anyway.
I think we all watched Backlash. Some
yep,
will
we did.
summarize it,
Yeah.
so we can go into Raw and then briefly Night of Champions. So, I have an order. Bianca won.
Yep.
I guess the only question I have: we all surprised that like she got booed so bad, and Io Sky was so over.
Not at all, because Neo
Not at
Sky's
all.
always been getting cheered in the morning. Bianca's been around
Dude,
for over a year.
Wait
so.
until she goes babyface and
Yeah.
leaves Damage Control. She's gonna be a superstar. and
absolutely.
Vince wanted her.
Absolutely.
Vince said
Yeah.
to keep her in NXT. Is where she needed to be.
No,
Yes.
that's why Vince is
No,
gone.
That's
Yeah,
why.
So
And Triple H is there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
no, he was really
Yeah,
good.
not at all. Because the reaction. Well, I'll take it back. I was surprised at the crowd reaction. I'm just to your point about Io. I'm sorry, I got that a little conflicted. But yeah, I guess Puerto Rico. I think that's the direction a lot of fans are feeling. Like you guys are relaying. Hey, Io Sky's going to be that breakout star. I would argue that Dakota Kai is also the next to be
He is.
once
I
this
agree.
separates. This whole Damage Control with Bailey. No offense to Bailey, but I'm at first it was a cool idea because I got to see it at SummerSlam in Nashville when they debuted this. But after time, it's kind of getting stale. I think it's, and they're already kind of teasing. I'm ready for each of these girls to go their own way. I just think Bailey's better being a single star. I think she's been okay as a leader. It's getting a little old, so I'm glad to see Io break away, and eventually I think Dakota Kai will be next.
And Bailey makes
Absolutely.
this group all about herself too. And every time she wins, she always has their help. And we never seen the three of them individually on their own. We
Right.
saw Bailey, but like I said, Io, my picture I put on Twitter this past week, the look expression when Bailey looked at her and said, "Oh, you just weren't ready." She was not happy by that comment. Like, you're the reason why I lost. And I guarantee if Bailey didn't get out there, Io would have won that fair. That's what drives me nuts with interference.
Like
She
Roman
would
Reigns.
have had it.
Same thing with the
That's
bloodline.
the problem.
Yeah,
right,
she would have.
And she's already over.
You know what else is not fair?
Bunch of cheaters.
The hate for this dude.
Oh, it depends.
And he had another great match at
Almost.
Backlash.
You know,
He did.
I am not arguing. with
I got it right here. Homo sapiens unite. He's fucking like,
Oh gosh.
hey, he's a
He
dude,
is,
he gets
yeah.
so much hate for
Since
no fucking
WrestleMania,
reason,
he's
dude.
been doing pretty good.
His match with Brock was
He's
really
got
good.
a lot better.
Yep.
Dude, and MVP's perfect mouthpiece for him.
Yeah, I can argue with
Chuck
that.
is really good friends with MVP for first time viewers.
He had
They constantly talk to each other on Twitter.
Tyler. That's what happened.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not my fault that MVP.
That's your interaction with MVP. You're an idiot. Wow, you're getting heat from John
he's-
Meyer. What did you do?
He can't handle facts.
He said, I can't believe Bobby Lashley stole the Godfather's entrance. Hashtag Ho Train, hashtag WWE Raw. He said, you're an idiot.
And this is back.
This was right when that gimmick
And what was
started, right?
Chuck's response?
This was back when MVP was with Bobby Lash and they came out with O's. That's not, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
He's pointing out the
You just thought it was the Godfather, the Attitude Era.
What's funny is
I finally got ripped. I was like, I don't know.
as soon as you said that, it immediately stopped. So he heard you.
Yeah, the fact that he responded to it means he laughed in real life at it.
He's like, man.
He's probably like, damn it, they
He's
never.
Probably
like, when
did.
Chuck comes back on.
But,
Chuck guy.
The stomp was pretty sweet.
It was good.
I love the fact he went to stomp him and Omos just like flipped him.
Yeah.
Like that's
He did-
never been done that
That
I've
was-
seen
I
so
agree.
far. Really good
nice.
showing.
Yes, it
Really
was.
good showing for him. And I'm a fan. I'm glad he can do whatever the hell he wants. It was like
I do too.
I wasn't sold at first either. I mean, he used to be just the security at Shane McMahon's nightclub during
But-
Raw,
What
right?
Underground,
was it?
Raw
Underground. Yep.
No,
He's came a long
I
way.
do remember.
Roman is what he was. They
Yeah,
never
he's
brought-
came a long way. And Seth Rollins, as much as I like the Brock Omos match, I will say this one has to be even better. Was because you got Seth. Nothing against Brock, but Seth can just work more of a style that can carry somebody. And for Omos, give him credit, but you're getting to work with Lesnar and Seth. It's a great way to elevate him. And I got to admit, I was one of those people that didn't understand it, but I'm glad you all are bringing it to even my attention. You got to be patient, and give this individual time to grow, to
And
get
he's-
better.
He's getting better.
He's getting
That's
better.
all you can ask for. He's
Mhm.
not regressing. His match quality's better. He's pretty. He don't talk a lot, but not
Me too.
everybody has to.
He has MVP to do that.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
wrestlers
correct.
top tier that are average or below average.
Like Roman has Paul Heyman that does it.
Well, Roman's
So-
much
And
better.
Roman,
now.
yep. But he has
But
Paul
his
Heyman.
whole-
Yeah,
Oh,
Roman's got better.
The
He
Roman
is.
aura
Mhm.
really helps him because it does feel
Roman.
like a big deal when he's
It
on the
is.
show.
They've done a good job at packaging that.
Yes.
It only took them 3 years and a lot of other things I'm not going to go into. But
That just makes the story better.
It does.
Like 5 years from now, when you look back, you're like, damn,
you'll forget.
Roman did like
He did.
go from like eating dog food to like whatever.
Yeah. You'll forget how long. Because, I mean,
Correct.
I'm over it when it comes to length. It's been 3 years, guys. Jesus Christ.
They're
But
rewriting the record books, damn
but
it.
in 5 years, when I'll forget about that, I'll remember how big it actually was.
You're 5 years. I forget in
Right,
like
I'll
15
forget.
minutes.
He'll forget in a second. He's over that.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's-
well, what you guys are referring to, not to catch you off, but you're saying we're going to look back on, like you see NWO DX, you see the Horsemen, they're going to be putting the Bloodline right in that same vein. If not, to a lot of people, especially this era.
and his promo on SmackDown was phenomenal. Roman's was.
And just a teaser for Friday, my SmackDown Top 5 Fuse article comes out. You guys have no fucking clue at number one.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
I can't
I like
wait.
I
But
like it.
this is going to end his reign.
It's going to end
Uh-oh.
Roman Reigns' reign.
Uh-oh.
I dig it.
My number one ends it. I saved it for last.
Is it LA Night?
It is. I would love to say yeah, but it's not.
Damn.
A good try.
Yeah,
Listen.
that's appropriate. Yeah.
I'm
But,
I'm
no.
gonna be patient.
Like, because I caught people off guard with Sammy versus Cody on my Raw, when everybody's like, "Damn, I didn't even think of that." It's like Sammy's eventually going to circle back, like,
Oh.
"Hey, bitch, you took my moment."
Sure.
But
That's fair.
Because we know that was Sammy's
heel
spot.
Drew is 1,000 times
will.
better than
Yes.
babyface Drew.
I agree.
Him versus Seth. Like I said, it's a good chance to get Drew. Like, hey, bro, like you're still in the main event. Then
And they feuded before over that belt.
and if yeah, so
Well,
like
different belt, but
it'll legitimize that belt.
A better heel Drew. I like
But,
it.
uh,
A
and
better
one thing with
Sam-
Seth Rollins winning is that he has never actually lost
Boom.
to Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Yep.
And I love his interview on Raw. That was really well.
That was
done as
really
well.
good.
It
he's
was. And I can't wait. to see the teaser next week. Speaking of the Rollins interview,
They have to do like a face-to-face at least
I
once.
would run a
right?
half.
would
I would
hope
hope so. Yeah.
One
like
of them
backstage at best.
something. Yeah. Like,
Or at
hey,
worst, I mean, yeah, like just walking by each other, like, and then just Seth laughs and walks off. Along
something
them lines.
like not just like, oh hi,
Yeah.
we fight tonight. Like, oh, what's
just
up,
a
baby?
confrontation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there has to be some
Face
dialogue
to
between
face
the
kind
two.
of stuff.
Yeah, you got to do something about that. But yeah, that'll be a hell of a match too. Styles
That's
versus
Wow.
Rollins.
Our
I
guy,
think
yep.
that's
Mhm.
that's gonna be I think the match that surprises people is gonna be Gunther and Ali.
Sure.
I think
Yeah,
the match
they
that's gonna
will.
steal the show is obviously gonna be
This
Seth
one,
and
absolutely.
AJ.
I really want Roman Reigns to win, but we'll
Well,
see.
These next two on Backlash will just kind of breeze through. I mean, the Theory winning,
Not
the
surprised.
Tsunami was really cool, but like I think everybody's seen that coming
Yeah.
with the way the rosters were. Like it was
Theory
gonna be
did-
Lashley
yeah.
or Theory, and the Lashley Theory thing's
Sure.
as old as the Bloodline
They went to SmackDown
versus
with
Sammy
it,
and
so.
KO. But I do want to give Zelina Vega
Yes.
her props for her biggest breakout
That
moment
was her
so far.
moment. That was her moment.
The-
Regardless.
Rich
I was
Russo,
happy for her.
That's
was
cool.
too.
not to bring Russo back in, but like he went in. There's this. That wasn't even Russo. There's this dude on Twitter that like just went in on her. Like
Jeez.
act like you belong. This is why you never get a shot. Don't
Jesus.
cry.
Like seriously.
And like just went after her.
That's
and,
called
like,
emotion.
Sean
Like,
Ross Sapp's kind of a jackass, but like he went after this dude
thank
and like
gosh.
laid into him, rightfully so. And I think he deleted his Twitter
It's
because
called,
he went after Zelina
it's
Vega
called
like
heart
way
dedication.
too far.
Probably what that guy don't
people
have.
got him.
But yeah, so she showed out.
Yeah.
That's how you get
No,
over
she did.
going over.
I agree.
Mhm.
And Rhea looked great.
Eh,
And
We knew it
the
was going to
outcome-
happen. We knew it was coming.
because people
but-
get pissed about Roman Reigns, Chuck, when
Yeah.
when they comment, "Well, I wonder who's going to win." But just because
Mhm.
the outcome you already know doesn't mean the quality of the match you're going to get is going to be bad. That match was really good, and we all knew
We knew it was going to happen.
Rhea was
Yeah.
going to win.
I agree with that all day.
She's
All right.
got to retain. Yeah, but because she's been dominant.
She has.
Yeah,
Rhea's been on fire.
this is her. This is her.
I
time.
can't wait for the Natty feud. I
Oh,
will.
yeah.
It's her moment.
Yeah.
I just hope she ends Natty's like this retires her.
Hey, easy. She's been on the show. She's a
Her-
fan.
Easy.
Just her hand.
That's all you need.
Selena Vega always has a good
That's
showing.
all some men need.
She
But
always
we'll
has-
save that for the XXX
She always
show.
has a good showing, in my opinion. Win, lose, or draw, I could put on Twitter. Selena Vega, she's not the best. She's not the worst. She's average. She's not bad.
Oh, dude, we got to get to this next part. All right, so the Bloodline. I was surprised they won
Yeah.
because we all picked them to lose.
Yeah,
I
kinda-
did too.
I'm surprised.
This was, I mean,
Very
this is like 3 weeks
interesting,
ago
yeah.
now, but this is big.
You got to put it in
He
context.
grabbed him.
He didn't
Well,
know it
yeah,
was him.
no, but he also didn't let go.
That's true.
He didn't want to.
He thought
was
about
like,
it.
he held him for like a good minute.
He's like, "Sorry, Jay, my thumb's already up here. I can't go back now."
Oh, then I had like
It was for a lengthy time.
Yeah, it was.
and then the Bloodline won because of Solo,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then I mean there was a lot of
There's tension.
smacking
there.
tagging each
They
other
were-
in.
Yeah, there was.
And then,
It's
but
it's
what's
getting
funny
worse,
is
yeah.
Jimmy wasn't really paying attention
He
any of these
wasn't,
times.
no.
So Jimmy's like, "Yeah, we won." And it's like, why are y'all mad? Like
what?
he missed all of it.
That's
Now,
how Jimmy's been the entire time.
and
Like, why y'all
then-
pissing.
well, that's why on Friday when he started getting disrespected by Roman, like shoving his face and
Yeah.
shit, I was like, now Jimmy's getting involved.
That's
more.
what. Yeah.
It's like Jimmy does get.
I was about to say. Yeah, it
And-
makes the promo on SmackDown, Josh, like you're saying, makes sense now.
And let's-
Roman's like, me and Solo been killing it. What
And-
have y'all been doing?
And why did
Losing.
Jay really not join Sammy in the first place?
Right.
What did he say? It's my brother. He's my brother. He's my brother. So he's always going to be there for Jimmy, not the bloodline. So if the bloodline's going to start screwing with Jimmy,
Yeah.
Jay's going to start screwing back, and that's going to
I
kind
got
of be.
I was telling Josh earlier.
Right.
Jay wasn't beside Jimmy. I think Jimmy would have snapped and hit Roman.
Oh, for sure.
Because I think we all say Jay's gonna be the one that leaves first. I think Jimmy's on his way out first.
All right, this is the one I'm waiting.
Jimmy's going to stand with his brother.
Yeah.
This is the only reason I didn't just scrap Backlash, period, because I need Chuck's opinion on this because I have to fucking ask. I have to. So Bad Bunny and Damian Priest was the best match at this show. He had the best entrance.
I
He
gave him
showed the fuck
respect.
out.
I gave him
All right,
respect.
so-
I ain't
Well, the
give-
entrance
can't-
I thought was lame. I didn't understand the entrance. That music was in my head all day, though. It was like that same Jesus. It kept, you know,
You see why he's the second most streamed artist in the world. But
It's in your head.
this spot was pretty
you
nice.
can't argue the match. It
Dude,
was,
that
it was
spot
good.
was crazy. That the
It
table
was good.
spot.
I told Josh I give
Oh,
him
it,
respect.
it was unreal.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Now raise your hand if you expected to see Carlito at
I know.
Backlash.
Nope, that was
because
badass.
I looked at them like
Not
that
at
was-
all.
That
I'm
was
like, who's
amazing.
that?
That legitimized the LWO.
And he, did,
Period.
and he did the apple.
Yeah,
did.
and
Spit
the
nap.
fucking the other Vega dude came back.
He did.
Like that just solidified the LWO as a legit fucking faction.
Well, they still lost.
Yeah,
though.
Savio Vega.
No, Bad Bunny won.
And
That's what I'm saying. Oh shit, you're right.
That was the LW.
You're right, you're right,
the
you're right,
LWO
you're
were
right.
the biggest
Yeah,
winners
they're
of that event.
You're
Zelina
You're right. You're
had
right.
her biggest moment.
She did.
Bad Bunny,
Mhm.
Escobar, all them dudes.
They
Yep.
did.
And WWE's apparently all in with them because guess who they're feuding with next?
Uh-oh.
This Friday on SmackDown, the
That's what's
Usos
up.
versus
There
LWO.
we go.
So they're
Yeah.
obviously have big plans for these
Dude,
guys.
is Carlito going to come back?
They're talking.
That's what's up.
There we go.
I
Okay.
hope he does. I mean, did you see his physique? The guy don't look like he ages. It's remarkable.
Yeah,
He had the same hair and everything.
They
He
have
did.
interest in him as a coach and a backstage guy, but he thinks he has a little run, and they've been talking, is what I've read.
That's
I like
cool.
it.
I mean,
So-
he can't be champion, obviously, but he
No.
could do like a little fun run with the LWO.
I like it.
Oh yeah,
That'd be awesome.
I mean, it's very possible.
Spitting in Roman's face. With
dude,
the
I
apple.
pop for Carlito.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
badass.
Oh,
Imagine.
now that would be epic if he did the apple spot.
Roman comes out and Carlito enter. He's like, "Who are you? You're gonna acknowledge me around here, brother."
Oh,
And
yeah,
he spits in his face. Roman ain't gonna be used to that.
But then Bad Bunny got the win, so
That was a good match.
That was a good, man.
that's all I needed.
Yep, I mean, I can't argue it.
No,
When
I-
you interfere,
Dude, you know what? You know it's you're gonna hate it, but I have to see Logan Paul and Bad Bunny and see which one's better.
I think Bad Bunny.
I
I
do
do
too.
too.
I think Triple H said that Bad Bunny's the best celebrity they've ever had in a wrestling ring.
I
before.
agree.
You have to think about that too, because
For me,
Logan
it's him
Paul.
or McAfee.
Sure, with
Yeah.
Logan Paul, I guess same for Pat, but they're athletes. Like he's athletic, he does all this shit. Bad Bunny's not. He's an artist. He sings. He doesn't really do physical things as a career, unlike Logan Paul and his brother.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
impressive.
So
dude. I
it's-
didn't understand it because I didn't know who the hell he was, but now that I
Mhm.
know, and every match he's done has been really, really good.
Uh,
He's
And
dedicated.
this made Priest a star.
Famous star.
Like this was Priest's
No, I
main.
did.
It was.
This is Damian Priest has been hot as hell the last.
Since he's been from
2
NXT.
months?
Oh, I heard that the company is making him like.
They see him as a main eventer.
Mhm.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
and also
I've
looks
heard
like
that as
JD
well.
Donna might be joining Judgment Day.
Yep.
If you, I don't know if Hulu cut it, but Balor did a promo,
Mhm.
or not Balor. Who the McDonough did a promo,
Yeah, he did.
and
yeah.
then Balor popped out and was like, "Look at checking him
They're
out."
watching
that's
him.
cool.
So Balor trained McDonough in UK,
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
so they know each other very well.
That's what's up.
My
We'll see.
my fifth feud that you must see on Raw, WrestleBuddy.com. But I think he's going to join Judgment Day,
He could, yeah.
and it's going to lead to Finn getting thrown out because he keeps losing.
He's gonna take his spot.
and it'll that feud I think is
Tension.
going to come to fruition soon,
I'll buy that.
and that feud's going to be amazing because it
Yeah,
wasn't.
we could see it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But,
I was going to say, Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. I think why we're so impressed with them, they have respect for the business.
hold on.
These guys take it seriously.
Logan Paul. Let's not put we on Logan Paul in respect.
Chuck will not sign off on Logan Paul.
Me either.
And Chuck,
I won't
wait
either.
until you see how pissed off he gets when Logan Paul fights John Cena at SummerSlam.
Ugh.
We'll be rooting for John Cena, Chuck.
Well, but now let's
Yeah.
not get
Get
over.
somebody get the reaction on film.
But we still have to understand. I know that we're all high on these guys. I like Bad Bunny now,
Their wrestling abilities, yes.
but
Don't
it's
push
still once every year or
Mhm.
so, or once every 6 months or so. They're still not wrestlers because they're not doing this every night, 5 days a week on the road in the gym. They still are not doing what other wrestlers are doing. So they're doing these big spots once. And even when Logan Paul did it at Saudi Arabia or whatever, he said his body was broken for he broke like all these things. So could he do this as a professional wrestler? No, that's not the point because he's bringing in money a different way. So I get that's not his problem. He doesn't have to be here every week. But I'm just stating, I still have more respect for the real wrestlers to do it
Yeah.
and not these part-time
Not Logan
guys.
Paul.
But yeah, Becky Lynch
Well,
agrees.
And I respect your opinion, sir. I'm not going to acknowledge you, but I do respect what you have to say.
I'm just a dummy. I know. I get it.
What a trade!
But
I'm with you on Logan
That's a
Paul.
that's a
I'm
good
with you.
transition.
I'm with you.
Speaking of
No,
wrestling,
you're not.
who won a match with a wrestling move to counter a wrestling move? Cody's promo. He's like, "Yeah, I countered a wrestling move with a wrestling move and won." Yeah,
Big
what a
deal.
cheap way to win.
I know,
Like,
right?
I know,
That's so
seriously.
true. We have these idiots on. I hate fucking
The
Facebook.
schoolboy, it's like that's a
Yeah.
wrestling move.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it
he's like,
is.
he couldn't beat Brock Lesnar straight up. He did beat Brock
He
Lesnar
did.
straight up. That's
He
how
did.
you win a wrestling match.
That's how
You
you're supposed to
pinned
do it.
him. That's how you.
Not
Hey,
every-
He got the pinfall. Was it not 1, 2, 3? I never was good at math, but I thought it was a 3 count.
This
I
isn't
don't-
like a boxing knockout fight. Jesus Christ! Like
Yeah.
that's how you win a wrestling match. So
That was a good match as well.
I think them people like interference. I guess. I don't know.
I really did enjoy Cody's promo though when he was talking about the blood and stuff. He's like, Cody Rhodes did that.
He did.
I did.
I do
But
too.
like,
Yeah. Why
He
not
said he
brag
was-
on it? And
Look at that eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
that
promo.
feud's been really good.
Really good.
All right, so let's.
I like the chemistry. That's important.
It is.
That is.
We'll
It
just
works.
transition into Raw after that. Well, I mean, the Roman thing. I mean, there ain't much really to add. That segment was really good.
That is.
You obviously see where this is going now.
Yep.
I like the swerve, and I love the fact Sammy and whatever happened where their countries are working out, where he can finally go to Saudi.
Yep.
So Sammy's safe to go.
He no longer
KO's
feels
finally going to go.
Yep.
So that's going to be
I like
big because apparently he's super fucking popular in Saudi Arabia.
I believe that.
I do
So
too.
that'll be great. That
I
match,
do as well.
this match, yes, I got pictured still.
Hell yeah.
The argument is which match should headline
Mm.
because it's like out of these three, Cody, Brock, 2. I mean, do you put the new title at the end?
That's tough, man.
Those
That is
three are
tough.
all legit main events, but this is a fucking really good card. And Trish and
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
how Triple H's WWE is so much more different. So Trish and Becky's already made, right?
Already made.
But they,
Yep.
they won't put the picture on their site until the contract signing Monday's over.
I like
So
it.
they're
real.
even
Making it
keeping
official.
KFAB
I
alive
like
with that.
it.
I couldn't get the damn picture. I was like, what the fuck?
He's making it
But,
official. I like that's what I would do too.
That's what's up.
This card looks really good. But going back to Cody on Monday, his promo was great. I'm okay with a 3-part trilogy against Brock.
I am too.
I really am. It's fun. There's been nothing wrong
We
with it
saw
so
him and
far.
Seth. do
It's
it.
really helped
Yeah.
Cody, and it puts Cody through some hard
Yeah,
times.
it's been good.
Cody has to go through hard times because he hasn't had any since he beat Seth 34 times.
Just like his daddy.
He came out in the Rumble 30th.
With a bad injury,
he
he beat him.
stole
Yep.
Sammy's spot and he lost.
Yeah.
Like now he needs to spiral a little bit
Mhm.
until
And he don't need a belt.
Well, Mania
anytime
40.
soon, so-
Yeah. WrestleMania
until he
40.
fights MJF at WrestleMania next year.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
See, I'm glad he didn't win the titles against Roman because I didn't feel like he needed to right then. I
No.
think you could prolong it.
we had Bebe on. We all were like, this doesn't feel like Cody's going to
It's
win.
like it's
we all
too
picked him because it was like the
forced, yeah.
consensus that he was winning and Roman was leaving for a
I
while.
picked Roman, so
But
I was against Cody.
I did too.
yeah, it's much
The
better.
real ones.
It's much better now.
It is.
Sure. The day of, I was like, "There's no way Roman is losing." And the guy I was hanging out with said, "Oh, he's definitely losing." Like, bro, there's no way he's losing. And then when he lost, when Cody lost, I mean, this dude freaked out. He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Bro, it's listen."
They make it like
Yeah, think about
unpredictable,
it.
like too forced, like just to hand Cody the belt because he returned. He needs to,
Yeah, and like you say, that is predictable. Great word there. And two, I like how Roman, to build him up, you're also making the belts important because it looks like he's going to lose, like a lot of great matches where there's always that chance, but yet he comes out on top. Makes you not like him more for the fans that want to see him lose.
That's very correct.
It is.
It should have been Sami winning. Now, if it
I
was
agree.
Sami versus Roman, I would have been pissed
Right.
because that Sami was a whole year-long thing. But with Cody's got to lose that.
He's got to. And look where it got him. Brock. Yep.
That was good.
It was.
Gunther sprinkled in throughout Raw
He
was
did.
great. He was in like 5 segments,
I love
dude.
it.
Like he
That's-
was
they're really
him and
liking him.
Tozawa running out, seeing him like turning around real quick.
I
and
would
running.
run from him
That
too.
was great.
I'd run
Like,
from him too.
That was awesome.
It was a good.
Yeah, I'd be fearful.
Yeah.
And that's actually twice he did that with Tozawa because he actually ran into on last week, he ran into the other 2 dudes from Imperium.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Tozawa-
Oh, and next week on Raw, you got Imperium versus KO, Sammy, and Ali, a partner they're choosing.
Wait,
and
not-
Ali
yeah.
makes the most. I mean, he's fighting Gunther. Why?
Right.
Why is it going to be? Everybody's like, "Oh, Drew's coming back." It's like,
Here we go. Yeah.
why the fuck would you put Drew in that?
Calm
triple?
down,
His
people.
feud with Gunther's over.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Like people are just dumb.
Keep Drew back. for
Drew's going to
something
be
else.
back. I wouldn't be surprised if Drew attacks whoever wins that belt.
I think it's what he's going to do.
That makes
I
sense.
heal-
Because I think Seth
Drew.
versus Drew should be where they go into the summer.
And a heel Drew is what we need.
Oh my god, Mom! I'm
Well,
locked.
do you remember when he was up on the apron with when Drew was with Shane McMahon and they were taking on Roman and Undertaker, that spot where the Undertaker's doing one of his things, and you see that Drew, when he was the villain, jump up on the apron. I don't know if you guys remember what pay-per-view that was. I can't recall, but that's what you're saying. It's reminiscent. If we can get that kind of McIntyre, man, it's going to tear the house down. That's going to be some great stories.
He's always been a good heel.
You
He
got
always
you
has.
got a belt. You
Yep.
got legit tag champions. You got a legit intercontinental champion.
Mhm.
You got teams DIYs about their. Chuck doesn't even know. Just wait, dude.
You're
Ciampa
gonna
and
look-
Gargano.
you like Ciampa. You'll
Ciampa
like
and
it.
Gargano is probably why I
like
started
Ciampa.
watching NXTs every week back when I did used to watch it every
You'll
week.
like it. You
But
really will.
I mean, all the guys I watch are on the main roster, so
Mhm.
I keep track of NXT. I just don't religiously watch it. But their live events, or not live events, but their premium live events are still really, really
They are
good,
still
just like
good.
the takeovers were.
Mhm.
But
Makes
like,
sense, makes
let's
sense.
just look
Yeah,
at
they've been consistent.
they're utilizing all these new people correctly.
They are.
So like, yes, boy. So pretty deadly
Yep.
versus Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland. I can't wait to see
Is
how.
he still Butch?
Yes, he's still.
That's so weird because he
For
looks
now.
like Pete Dunne.
They're
Yeah.
slowly changing names.
Gotcha.
Last time we said
because Riddick
seen
Moss
them,
got his real name back.
And his gear's back.
Yeah.
So like,
pretty there they are. They're fine. They got fished out of the water.
Yeah,
Okay, so
they'll
they're
be.
fine.
They're back from the dead, so they'll be fine.
From the water,
Everybody's
they were thrown
freaking
into.
out about this LA Knight Rick Boogs thing,
oh, that's Boogs. I thought that was like a weird looking Bobby Roode for a
but
minute.
I think. Well, the
Yeah,
report-
like an even bigger Bobby Roode.
yeah, poor Bobby Roode. He had neck surgery again. His career's probably over.
Real quick, guys, you'll
Poor
appreciate
guy.
this.
I know,
story.
very sad.
That is sad.
And Randy Orton.
I
Did
know.
you see all that news?
Yeah, and Randy Orton. My goodness.
That
Yeah.
makes me sad. I know.
That is really sad. Real quick, so I see a picture here of the Street Profits,
Private
and
party.
that's where I'm getting.
I,
And now this is totally not on purpose. So my wife and I, we had to work in the office last Friday, and we were driving home, and we're talking about maybe buying a house in Fairborn, Ohio. Not Fairborn, that's a lie. Fairfield, Ohio, which is in between Cincinnati and Dayton. And she was like looking, is like, oh, all these celebrities are from there, blah, 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 blah. And then who's this Dawkins? He's a wrestler. Dawkins is from
Mhm.
here. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I know. He's you know who that is? Like, yeah, he's a big tag team in the private party right now. Like I said it with full confidence.
oh god.
Didn't even think about it. Didn't even think that she was Googling. So it's the Street Profits. Jesus Christ.
Tyler, he has me saying this when I watch it. I'm like, they're Street Profits. Like,
I
God
said
bless
it
Chuck.
full confidence. Like I was driving in rush hour traffic. I wasn't really thinking. I just said it. It just came out my mouth. I didn't even think about it. It's like, oh, Street Profits.
You got me saying, and they both have. They need to mark their solo cups when Chuck and I watch because we get them confused. Obviously.
And then she said,
No, I believe they do. They've got to start celebrating when Yvonne and Chuck arrive on the scene.
I
Well,
know.
All for it.
I'm just saying, I feel like the red solo cups really throw me off. Like that doesn't say Street Profit. It says, yeah, we're going to party.
Please write your name on the cups. Please.
Yeah, right. You know.
Please.
So that's the thing. But like, it was really funny. I didn't even say it as a joke or like whatever. I just literally said it and thought I was correct. And then I was like, what do I know? I do a podcast about every fucking week. But
And
Or it feels like a Toby Keith song, Red Solo Cup.
yeah, that could be that's even better than AEW. But yeah, you know.
that's funny. I'm like, their Street Profits like crap. Nope, private party.
I thought you had to get a kick out of that. I thought that was funny.
No, I did get a kick. I always love the humor and the banter. I'm telling you, I'm a mark for this show. If you want to know the truth, I am such a supporter of what y'all are doing. I mean that with all sincerity.
Oh, well, we appreciate you
We sure
more there,
do.
brother.
We do appreciate it.
What else happened?
Yeah, well, hey, I appreciate you all. So, yeah, do you guys think eventually we're going to get a split though, like any good team, to see what Dawkins and Montez can do in the singles? I think it's inevitable.
I do too.
Down the road, even.
I think Dawkins is kind of going to be the breakout star. I think that's what they think anyway. As of right now,
No, Ford.
Yeah, so I meant sorry, Ford.
Yeah, but Dawkins, they've been showcasing him a lot
But
more
that's
too.
what
They
that's-
have a lot more. I think they know what people like. No, like we like this dude too.
We like him
Like,
too.
I think that's kind
it's
of what
not like
happened.
Tucker.
Yep,
When
exactly.
Otis got when they fight when they're like, oh, we're cutting Tucker. Oh, you and Otis are split.
Otis
You're
there.
irrelevant now. Get the fuck out.
Mhm.
I don't think the Street Profits don't have that
I
same
agree.
thing.
They
I think they
don't.
both will be good on their own.
I
Just
agree.
Ford has a higher ceiling right
It's
now.
a different circumstance.
It depends which gimmicks they get and how that gimmick gets over when they do.
Absolutely.
Dawkins could be bigger
He
if he
could.
gets a gimmick that just works better.
Sure,
Right.
he absolutely
Ford has better
But when
ability in the ring,
He
well,
does.
sure,
but
So-
Dawkins is also really good in the ring.
I like Dawkins more, honestly.
when Dawkins knocked down Braun Strowman, what a spot that was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and him and Ricochet is really good. That Ricochet was doing some crazy shit in that Battle Royal
He
too.
was.
I would say worst case scenario if they do split up, there's popularity wise, it'll be like an Edge and Christian scenario where they're both good on their own. Now, obviously, Edge is
And then
bigger.
5 years from now, they can
But-
put them back together.
You sure? Yeah.
Now
just like they do
probably
now.
still
So,
do.
I mean, yeah. So
I mean,
that's-
Sammy and KO's been split up like 46 times.
and
with
they've
Mike
turned,
Out
and
since
they've
they
turned
came.
on each other.
And
So
it just
Yeah.
accumulated into the biggest moment of their careers.
Right.
And they've split. Fuck, I thought when he power bombed him and broke his back on the ring apron after he won the title was a big enough
They-
moment.
the first time.
That was 6-7 years ago,
Yeah.
dude.
they split
Like-
and they turned on each other. Yeah. Look where
when
they're
you're,
at.
when you're best friends in real life, you just have that chemistry.
Right.
It works
Which we
so
know
well.
they do.
It's like Triple H and HBK.
Isn't that amazing that they can revisit it though? I mean, that formula is proven to be successful. It's just wow.
something about it because it's relatable. I think because everybody has best friends, and sometimes you want to fucking powerbomb on a mat. So
And it happens.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
it just whatever reason that gets your belly going. I guess that butterflies, I guess, whatever,
Mhm.
get you going. That storyline works.
And when it happens, you say, "Ooh,
It's the intensity.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always passion behind it because, as a fan, you're following it. So you're following both guys. You're into their relationship. And so in their relationship, it's kind of like a soap opera, as they always state. Like, with Ross and Rachel when they broke up and Friends, very invested because I like both characters. And it's the same thing here. So.
Mom, quit texting me when I'm live.
No, it's
Mother's Day's over.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, I just sent this Club 2 movie.
It was good.
And I got yelled at for snoring.
That's rough.
And
it was good.
They ate all the popcorn, so I didn't even have any of that.
I've been at the bar.
It was a good movie.
The movie sucked.
It was
a bunch of horny women trying to get laid.
Wait, no, well.
It was like 80 for Brady.
What's that? The Brady movie or something?
It was,
it was like a Brady movie, but worse. The Brady movie
was good.
sucked.
You're
too.
a guy you would say.
There's no professional athlete that I love more than Tom Brady, and that movie was dog shit.
Hey, he picked his own
1,000%
Yell
dog
at
shit. Yeah,
Tom
and he
Brady.
picked terribly. He's also banging Kim Kardashian right now.
Oh,
So
is he?
yeah, apparently he's helping her find homes, and she's going to move in next door now.
She found a home.
So
all right.
Tom Brady's
She
not
sure
making.
did.
First, he left the Patriots, bad choice. Went to Tampa Bay, another bad choice.
He retired. Well, yeah, he retired.
Chased away Gazelle, another bad choice. Like,
she's probably needed.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
then got a $400 million contract from Fox. Now he's like, I might not do it. Another bad decision.
Well, he's a man. I'm sorry.
You're already.
You guys make a lot of bad
But
decisions.
yeah, the
Like
main
Tom
event.
Brady did.
Go
You
back
That's
to-
not fair.
You
All
would-
right, listen to this.
What did you say?
As a lot of men make bad choices.
Yeah,
including you.
It's probably because of the shitty.
Not
never mind.
Tyler and Chuck.
Josh,
You.
I had definitely made bad choices
Don't
Oh, I made them. Trust me.
every day.
This segment was provided by the promo of 2021. Tony Khan with his fucking Chucky haircut.
Dude, he has a promo tonight that's going to be, hey, I have a big announcement.
It's going to be mind blowing.
Yeah, Tyler, as somebody who watches AEW, does that get annoying that every 2 weeks he has a big announcement?
It's
And like,
annoying.
when does it like even the diehards have to be like, dude, shut the fuck up? Like,
Shut up.
how many weeks? It's been
It's-
3 out of the last 5 weeks he's had a big announcement.
It gets very old quick. I mean, it's one thing to say, "Oh, I got a big announcement." That's cool, but when it's like every week, every 2 weeks, it's like, okay, this is really muting the point. What are we doing? I
When is
mean,
the
who could it possibly be?
Like, Jay White's here.
And,
Then he's
It's
on.
bad.
and,
Then he's on Rampage. Like,
and not only that, when he's announcing the Wembley show, he just don't feel comfortable on TV. That'd be like me trying to get on TV, make an announcement. Leave it to let Nigel McGuinness, your new hire, talk about. He's from England. Let him talk about the Wembley show. I mean, or Adam Cole is great too. But even then, just let Nigel take care of it. He's got history over there.
dude, we talked about this leading up to Puerto Rico. It's like, hey, WWE, we're going to give you all $15 million to come over here and do a show. Book it. Okay. Who's the most popular dude in Puerto Rico? Oh, Bad Bunny. Guess what? We're going to build this around a guy from that country.
Makes sense.
And we're going to make the most money they've ever made in Backlash, which has been a pay-per-view for, I think, 20 years.
But it was off air for a little while. They didn't do it for a few years.
but like give or take 20
No,
years.
but,
But like in AEW, to your point, use McGuinness. He's fucking from there.
Right.
You're not getting Drew, Tony. Sorry. It's just not. I don't
You're
see
not.
it. And
Drew McIntyre.
yeah, that's the sexy, like WWE
You
can
get
extend his
Goldberg. That's
spoiler
it.
alert.
That's it.
They can extend his deal 6 months from where he was hurt. And if they did, it would run into like next November. So he's not WWE. You think they're going to let him? No,
What's he
that's
gonna
not
do, Nate?
happening.
What would he do?
He's going to fight. He'll fight. So how's it work? You go on Cody's gone. So it used to be you'd fight Cody,
So who?
you'd lose,
So who's
and then
the-
you'd end up on AW Dark.
So
So
who-
what happens now? Because Dark's gone, and so is Cody. So you
Kenny? So Kenny?
you lose to Kenny,
You'd fight
Kenny-
you
Daniel
get
Bryan.
super
Kenny
kicked.
now. Yep, by the Young Bucks.
you kick CM
Yeah.
Punk's dog, and then you go to Dark,
Yeah. Again,
right?
They can go through Kenny
Don't
now.
kick CM Punk's dog
On
again.
accident, of course.
Kick CM Punk. I'm sorry.
Leave that dog alone.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ready next week.
I think McIntyre fits more WWE. Just honestly, even if there was these talks, which I know there has been, oh, is he going to AEW? I mean, it would be a huge acquisition, but he just represents WWE to me. Even though he's had success and Impact and other places, but he's came back. He was the chosen one. And somebody was saying this on another podcast that it makes sense. Look at his journey. And it's time for him to go heel, like you guys were talking about. And he's even wanting to. He's been adamant in interviews. Yeah, I would love to go back to that heel persona. And I think that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a surprise, whether it's Money in the Bank. Just because he's not on the posters doesn't mean anything. That could be the whole gist of it.
Yeah, I know. People cling to that. It's like, oh, Drew ain't on the poster.
That
It's
doesn't
like,
mean
dude,
nothing.
maybe they don't want you to know he's going to be there. Like,
Every poster you see has a little thing on the bottom that says "subject to change."
and that's
It
that's
does
big.
change.
I saw it because SmackDown will be at the Nutter Center August 14th.
There you go.
Tickets start at $20.
I'm in.
I might go.
Is that on Thursday?
That's a Friday night
Oh,
live
Friday.
SmackDown.
Even better. Hell yeah.
I like
Live.
that.
I'm in.
August 14th.
The temptation is there.
Dude, that'll be
I like that.
so that's 2 weeks before SummerSlam.
We
So
should
that's
definitely go.
right in the
That'd be
middle of
awesome.
the build, and SmackDown is the better show right now.
Yes,
Let's do it.
is.
I'm in.
I mean,
I like that.
and we could get a Roman there for that.
We could.
Tickets go on sale next Friday, so we'll be in the group chat.
I doubt he'll go to Dayton, but
He might.
but
Well,
I'm in.
he might.
I'm in regardless.
He might.
We're gonna get somebody.
We have seen him in Dayton before, so
We have.
We have.
back at the dog food.
I hope y'all do. I hope the tribal chief makes a special appearance just for this show, just for you all, and he's there. And I will acknowledge him, Chuck. Sorry, I'm still not going to do it unless you pay me something under the table. There you go.
I know how.
Or above the table. Yeah.
Well, I can't afford that, but can I interest you in another light? Because that's how.
Well, you had me at Miller Lite. That is. Okay.
So
Well, we better move on. Yeah.
it's been 3 months, not 3 years, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I had my Roman Reigns ended.
Yeah, you had a pretty good Roman Reigns reign there. It was pretty
Now
long.
Chuck has it, and he's
I was keeping up with Josh, the promos, you guys. That's what I love, your creativity with
He was
the
talking shit on
championship.
Facebook.
And
Just talking shit on social media.
There's
Yeah.
nothing creative about it.
it's just it, whatever.
well,
You should see our group chat conversation.
It's really funny.
well, hey, even if you don't think it's good, let me get it over at least. My goodness, don't shoot me down already.
Looks like I'm burying us right now.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
burying
worried.
us.
I'd bury my
I
own product.
What am I, Dave Meltzer? Oh, forgive me. Oh,
We'll get some torn up bleached jeans. We'll be ready to roll.
there you go. I think you ought to rock them, man. Rock those jeans.
Hey, man, if it's
It's not him.
yeah. I should wear gym shorts. I wear gym shorts to work because I work in my house. It's very comfortable. Dave Meltzer.
Why not? Yeah.
Put shorts on.
I don't know why I brought his name. It's always a funny pun, even if I'm not aggravated with the guy. I just like to bring
Sure.
up his name. You know.
I never met him. I don't know.
I don't think we want him to do it.
Yeah, I would meet him and be like, "Why do you suck?
Why do you wear those pants 20 times?
Yeah,
a
what
day?
are you doing? Like, does he have a wife? Because I feel like if he had a wife, the wife.
I
would
feel
let him
bad for
wear
her.
those jeans. Yeah, why are you wearing bleached jeans for? But anyway, what else we got?
So we already kind of touched SmackDown this week.
Is that it? Are we done?
Grayson Waller.
Oh, there we go.
Waller effect.
Yeah, there he
guest-
is.
Jay Styles
They're familiar
this
with each other.
Friday because
That's what's happening?
he got the winner
He
of
did.
whoever won the
Oh,
SmackDown
you're right.
side.
I did see that
So
segment.
here we
So-
go. We've seen these two
And
before. Yep.
this dude's gonna be I've been saying this. I can't tell you how long I've been saying this.
I
He's gonna
dig
be
it.
a superstar. He's gonna be not Braun Breaker, not Carmelo Hayes,
This
not
guy.
fucking Roxanne Perez,
Yep.
It's Waller.
not
It's Waller.
maybe. Look, you know what's funny? I can see Andre that Chase University shit getting super over on the main
Yes.
roster
Same.
because
It's
it is
gonna be.
very addicting. He is hilarious on
Yeah.
the mic,
Yes.
and it's a very unique
Especially
gimmick
when
that
he's
I
in a
don't
bad
think
mood,
we've
it's
had in a long
hilarious.
time.
I love
But this dude's gonna be the biggest
it.
star.
He's been ready to go.
This
to the main
dude's gonna
roster.
this dude's a cornerstone
He is.
of the this dude's just that damn good,
I agree.
and he's gonna call Styles the title.
Yep.
That's my prediction. I think he cost him the belt. That
Makes
way
sense.
Styles don't lose clean.
Yep.
Then you go straight into this feud.
Makes sense.
Waller should go over in this feud.
So,
Styles
so did
beat him.
Styles go over? on
He
NXT?
did.
He went to
beat him.
NXT and beat him
He
clean.
beat him.
All
Yep.
right.
So this,
He represents the future.
yep.
He
And then
does.
Styles is always about that. That's why he went down there in the first
did.
place.
He
He wanted
wanted
to
to
get that
work him.
dude's name because he was on a few episodes of Raw before when
can't
Vince was
remember.
there.
He did.
He appeared and he like attacked AJ during a match.
He
and then
interrupted him.
AJ went and attacked him when they were doing the
He was out in the crowd.
Wednesday Night War where they put
Mhm.
Styles down there.
Waller was in the crowd with the sign.
But then the main event is going to be these guys are face to face again.
Yeah.
For the 100th time. Hang on.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, all four of these do like it's going to be a
That'll be
very
fun.
good segment. Like
It'll be fun.
They just don't need to be with the
I'm-
bloodline.
I like the
anymore. It's
bloodline
just-
story. I
so
just
do
need KO and Sammy
Well,
out of it.
Here's the deal with this,
Right.
though. I think I'm glad that it's not the Usos because they're actually fighting Roman now, which is what the kind of the whole point was.
Yeah.
So like
Now the Usos are about to be fighting Roman. It looks
yeah,
like too.
so I hope that's the same way they get their win over Roman is what Sammy wants.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the story here. They'll get their win over Roman, they'll move on, and then the bloodline will continue to implode. Implode.
They're slowly
That's-
falling apart.
that's
No,
gonna be
I agree.
Mhm.
the story.
I
here.
think they need to get away from it because I'm with you. I'm just tired of the Usos against Sammy and KO. But this is at least a little something unique and different.
It is. It was a swerve when I saw it on Twitter. Like, hey, the plan's probably going to be this, and I was like, oh shit, Roman's just going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself. And I get it. He's like, dude, what have y'all been doing? He's like, he said, y'all didn't think we was going to talk about you guys losing at WrestleMania?
Well, you haven't been there, Roman. What the fuck? Show up to work and we
the
will.
segment delivered.
And when Roman said, you dedicated me,
I know that was awesome.
he's like, I'm doing this. I'm not dedicating it.
Dude,
He's like, I'm dedicating
our
it
boy
to our family.
Raj, who we had on here once, he's like, I can't stand Roman. I think his title reign is like so way past overdone. He said, but you can't argue that when he shows up and he comes out here,
can't deny him.
He's got an aura. It's a big feeling.
Mm-hmm.
The part-time schedule has really helped. He seems like a huge fucking deal when he's there. And against the NBA playoffs, which is got the most, which I'm an avid fan of right now, LeBron. Hope you had fun getting your ass kicked last night.
He's a douche. You probably cried about it too.
Dude, they lost and I won money off him losing.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
you, LeBron.
That's a win right there.
And I fucking hate LeBron.
Cheers to that.
All disrespect meant.
I hate LeBron too.
But
he's a douche.
Going against the NBA
It's hot in
playoffs.
the stadium. Yeah, you're an athlete. Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Dude, they went against the NBA playoffs, which is getting the most viewers they've ever gotten, ever in history.
Big deal.
They went up like 450,000 viewers last week. Rampage was like at 186,000. Like,
it's a big deal.
Roman Reigns is must-see TV. Like, you're getting people to turn off the fourth quarter of a huge basketball game to be like, hold on.
To acknowledge Roman.
What's Roman going to do to these?
Right.
It makes it feel special. Like what I can't help but agree, because when he's gone, it makes it that much better. It makes it seem like there's value, there's significance. And then Paul Heyman is terrific.
He's the key. He's the key to all of it.
Go apples to apples. Think about when Brock Lesnar was being booked this way. You know why it didn't feel special, so big, even though he's one of the biggest combat stars of fucking history? You know why it didn't feel big? Because when he came back, the shit he was doing didn't really matter. Fighting Goldberg.
It's the same old shit.
Same shit. Same until he got kind of integrated with Drew and got Drew over. Then it kind of started turning for him. But the difference between Brock and Roman is when Roman's there, everything he's doing, you're talking about it for a month.
Well, it's
so by the time he gets back, it's time to go that next chapter. Brock was just like, it was very stale, stagnant.
Same shit.
He's a superstar. He's on Raw, and the ratings never showed much. Right. But when Roman's on SmackDown, which SmackDown's ratings are really, really good right now. But it's like 2.2. When Roman's there, it's like 2.9. Like he's must.
Everything climbs.
Well, they figured out. They kind of talked about earlier with you're invested in the emotions of the thing. So when tag teams split up, we're invested. It's the same thing here. But anything that Roman Reigns is doing when he's on TV, we're invested in all of those characters and this story because it's been going on for 3+ years now.
And
we're really invested in these characters.
Before we end, I do want to point out he did dedicate this match to like
his family.
I forget the names. I ain't gonna try to pronounce it.
Yeah, his family.
But Rikishi's been angling to get put in this somehow.
Makes sense.
Why would he not come defend his kids?
Right. I agree.
He's part of the bloodline.
But Solo is there as well. He's not really on the Uso side.
I'm saying, but Rikishi could come in for the Usos, kind of like, remember when they came and gave Roman the fucking thing that he wears now?
Yeah.
This could get really deep in the family.
It's going to get really deep.
Like, you could have Usos with Rikishi against Roman with Sika and whatever at fucking SummerSlam.
She's in fighting shape.
Like in the corner.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
at ringside, not in the match.
That's fair.
But like you could have the bloodline, like the whole family, all of them, not just with the people on the roster, and it make it really personal and deep. That should have that feel. It should feel as weird, awkward it felt when we watched Jay get his ass beat in Hell in a Cell. It just felt uncomfortable.
It did.
That's how this needs to feel.
I agree.
It's 4 family blood members.
It is.
It would add more layers to it.
Yes, absolutely. And you just build off of that shit. And you never know what could come of just throwing some. Triple H probably like, Carlito get a cool pop. That motherfucker trended for 3 days. Like it built. Maybe you could bring Carlito back and put him. Hey, help Gargano get over. You're Carlito. Hey, help this guy get over. Hey, do a feud with Austin Theory. You're not gonna win the belt, but this will push this kid a little more. Fight Gunther. Like.
Spitting his
That'd be a badass match.
I feel like Roman Reigns kind of disrespected Rikishi when he didn't dedicate that match to Too Cool.
Yeah, that's another. You had me until Too Cool part.
Rikishi was part of Too Cool.
I remember that.
But Roman Reigns dedicates the match to Too Cool. He just destroyed that whole segment.
Rikishi was part of Too Cool.
I'm aware of that, but you don't dedicate shit to
Come on, man. I mean, as much as I like Too Cool, we're getting too far. Roman Reigns can't come out. Oh yeah, forgive me, I didn't.
I'm a Scotty Too Hottie guy myself.
Yeah, me too.
Love the worm.
But yeah, we know what Roman, like what he said Friday. He's like, you had the nerve to dedicate it to me and you lost. He's like, don't ever put my name in your mouth.
I'll just tell you this, okay?
He's dedicating to the
I
family.
had a good night on FanDuel last night. That's all I'm going to say. My birthday weekend's this weekend. I have tons of shit to do Friday and Saturday and Sunday. I'm making it a point to not go anywhere until I see this segment. That's how must see. And I have a lot of and I don't do a lot of stuff. I sit at home, I play video games, and I watch TV. I don't really go places. I'm making sure I see this segment, whether I have to put it on the TV where I'm at and tell everybody to shut up so I can watch it. Or
didn't we do that before at some bar we were at?
Yeah.
I remember kind of doing that.
I think
once.
we did that at Sparky's once.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because I've known them forever. So like,
he's talking.
I tell them,
Yeah,
give me
that'd
the,
be
can I have the remote? And I just
that.
change shit around.
That was funny.
Especially during like March Madness. But anyway. I mean,
Yeah, but like you're saying, Josh, it makes you want to watch it. That's the aura of Roman Reigns. I love how you guys we're putting that into the discussion because you have to.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the whole thing of him is the aura. Brock didn't have that because we didn't give a shit about him. We care when Roman's there. You know why we care? Because he's had the belts hostage for fucking 3 years and they had to make a new belt.
Well, that's the thing. When
he's beating up people we love, like Sami Zayn. Sure. We want a KO title run. Guess what? He showed you can have it and took it. Sami, he showed you can have it. He's took it. Yep. Like he's beat Cena, Edge, Jay, everybody beloved by the fans. He's beat them.
Yes.
Hell, Daniel Bryan and he stacked them fucking on top of it. He didn't even cheat that. You know what's funny? That's the last time he probably didn't cheat because he won that clean. And he stacked both of them up.
And we never saw Daniel
Bryan. Two legends.
I feel like the Usos got involved a little bit.
I don't think they did.
I have to go back and look.
I'm not going back to look.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and review. But no, you're correct. I mean, even the pins, the finishes are just stellar. I mean, because they tell a story.
Remember, he was full time for like 5 years and he was still getting booed and nobody cared. He got the John Cena effect. So it's all about storytelling.
That's what they're scared of with Bianca because they're talking about turning her heel.
Yeah, they are.
And that's what kind of compared to Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar was the same old shit. Roman Reigns is part time still. But there's layers, like you mentioned earlier, Tyler. There's just layers and layers, and they decided to go all in. So there was a couple of years where it's kind of boring.
Certainly,
Sami really helped revive it, and now because of how all went down, it's so layered now that we forget that Roman Reigns by himself without all of that is kind of boring. But with all of that, it's fucking you can't take your eyes off of it.
It's masterful, yeah. And to your point about Brock Lesnar, sure, I agree that. It's not that he didn't have an aura, but he needed to reinvent himself. So the Cowboy Brock stuff was actually entertaining. He needed something because there was only so much of the "I'm going to destroy you," which he can still turn it on. Don't get me wrong, but that was funny. I enjoyed the Cowboy Brock stuff.
I agree. His face promos are pretty funny. I thought, like
Roman calling him a dumb farmer. I can't help it.
He said, "I'll be coming all night long." I remember that backstage segment he did. Dude, I swear to God, some of these things they say. Oh, yeah, Brock's like, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come on you all night long. I'm like, dude,
you relax.
Hire Paul Heyman back.
Dumb farmer.
Yeah, when he jumped off the tractor in Nashville, that was epic.
Yeah,
and then lifting up the ring.
That's what I was like.
You were there for that, weren't you?
I know. I was. That's why I'm getting now. I'm like, yeah.
Dude, how excited was that live? Like nobody expected that.
Right.
Like Brock's going to drive that tractor down and lift the ring up and throw Roman out of it. Like
he's stone cold that shit all day.
He sure did.
Well, I think that's the kind of reactions you need, man. That, like you're saying, Stone Cold, The Rock would give you a Triple H, even Bret Hart. That's some of the moments, the Attitude Era and before it gave us those spontaneity, that sense of danger where you're like, oh, I didn't expect this, but this is really cool. This is going to be the highlight reel.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, something not related, but Montana just banned TikTok from their state.
Uh-oh.
Montana ain't playing. It was like 60
people.
Buy TikTok.
So let's sell the show next week. So Bay will be back, and I'm going to destroy the CM Punk shit.
Nice.
So we will be, dude. I'm so sick of hearing about.
That'll be fun.
That will be.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I like it.
And I got. I'm ready.
You're ready to go.
Ali and Gunther. This is the card so far, which is very fucking good card. We're arguing over which the main event should be. Shows how good the card is.
Shows how good it is. Yeah.
This will not be.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
It is.
Seth and AJ. I mean,
yep.
Is anybody upset?
Nope. No.
Brock and Cody too. I mean, the story's been great so far.
Yep.
Tony Khan, sorry, get the fuck off. See, Tony Khan just can't stay off.
Tony Khan's doing cocaine.
He's
I was
almost
about to say he snuck in there. There's a special announcement.
He said, "Did you say premium live event?" AW
No, I
Dynamite
said
tonight.
special announcement. Yeah.
He has to stick his big nose in it, don't he?
And then,
He really
look,
does.
I honestly think this should be the main event. I get the title. I understand it.
And it's
but
Roman.
it not main eventing is not going
Yeah.
to diminish the value of it. But this has been the story in wrestling, not just WWE, in professional wrestling for the last 4 years going
Between
on.
them
I
four
cannot.
and
So you
and
have
Roman
to main
Reigns.
event with this. And it's Sammy's first time in Saudi.
Yeah.
That's a big moment. What the reaction him and KO get
that's a good
is
point.
going to be
That's
ridiculous.
actually a really good point.
Because
Yeah.
this is Sammy's debut.
Yep.
And I mean, he's still as hot as maybe he's cooled off a little bit because he's not with Roman and all the main event shit all the time, but he's still hot.
He is here.
He's hot.
He'll blow
The
up.
fans are still admiring him, though. You're right with the reactions. I mean, they're even as much as I like KO. They're better than even Owens.
Yep, they want Sammy.
And Roman Reigns is there.
Mhm.
So Roman Reigns. That
Yeah.
could leave him
Yeah,
out.
Roman. That's a given. Mhm.
I can argue that. I think that should be the main event, dude. I mean, it's got 3 main eventers in it, and then
Mhm.
Solo, who's going to be a very soon future
Yep,
main eventer,
Absolutely.
because he's killing it. Just all day killing
Yeah,
it.
Solo's doing amazing. I love that he's brought back the Samoan spot to honor his uncle Umaga. That's just perfect. I love when that you have the callbacks
I
to
agree.
family relatives that do it.
And no insult to Umaga, but when he did it, I always felt like it looked weak.
Mhm.
When this guy does it, it looks like Jesus. He just murdered that dude.
It's legit.
Like,
He does.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he just destroyed him.
He does it. And he don't care.
He just has.
He really does.
Well, for whatever reason, he just has it. He has that look. He has that
Mhm.
devastating
No, he does.
portrayal of doing it. And it's like, Jesus Christ, easy.
It's
Yeah,
all goes back to believability. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's it. Absolutely. So yeah, is that all we got?
It's all
That's it.
I have.
Yep.
I'm out of banners.
We're out of banners. That means we're done with the show for the evening. So Tyler,
Well, we'll see you, folks. Yeah.
get out of here.
We'll see Tyler.
I'll see Tyler.
You'll see Tyler a lot. He's
He
all
will.
over the place
He
right now.
is. Yeah, he is.
So before you do leave, though, you are all over the place, Tyler. Please let us and our fabulous audience know where you're at, what you're doing, and how we can find you.
Well, I'm at Dustin Tyler 86 on Twitter. Of course, I'm with you all on SJP World Media on In the Corner with Benny Mac, WWE. They're going live, which will be cool. And of course, back when with Danny, who's also on that network, and of course, Wrestle Buddy with Josh and Yvonne. Man, you guys have been killing it. I've been trying to do my best. It's been a real honor to share writings and podcasts with you all, and it's just been a lot of fun, man. We're just all passionate fans of wrestling, and it's been cool to share those opinions, even in writing. So, and I want to tell you, Yvonne's videos have been off the chain. What you guys are doing here has been just stellar, and Josh with the articles. I always love him and the articles, and tell him. I make sure I make a point to message him and compliment and share them even on Facebook, because I want him to know that, man, this is good stuff. This is really killer.
Not
Hell
to
yeah.
brag, but I knew those two were going to be fucking huge when
Yeah.
I made them. I'm typing.
Yeah.
I'm typing my number one for SmackDown, and I'm like, they're not even going to fucking. It's going to.
Blow their
They're not
minds.
even going to know.
I like it.
Spoilers. Charlotte's in one of my feuds that I want
Oh
to see.
gosh.
Ain't that a fucking change?
Were you taking something?
Is
when
it
you
a-
Yeah,
did it?
Charlotte's in there.
Is he
She's in a feud that I want to see.
Brock Lesnar?
Did you-
Okay.
Were you
That'd
taking,
be Beast versus Beast. You
Were
could
you-
already book that
were you
one.
taking something when you put her in by mistake? No?
You could do Carlito versus Charlotte. He could just stare at her Adam's apple and be like, "That's not cool."
My
But
favorite
whatever.
part is how Tyler's like, I'm in this podcast, I'm in this podcast, I'm in
Yeah,
this
he
podcast.
is.
I'm just doing I'm just trying.
Well,
I'm all over the place.
I'm just I'm very humble because, man, you guys are. I'm surrounded by talent. I mean, seriously, I can't take compliments because I know better. I'm very humble. This is my Heyman moment. Special
not
counsel. I'm just in awe of everybody else. You will bring me into your story. That's
like
it. Yeah.
I like. Well, we appreciate you, brother. You are very, very, very talented, and not
Yes,
only
you
do you
are.
do
Oh,
podcasts,
thank you.
you're doing like broadcasting for like baseball games and
You
all
are.
kinds of stuff.
Busy
So
guy.
it's
Yeah.
really cool to see what you're doing on social media. So please check out Tyler Peters. I will tell you his handle, but I forget it. He
I
just said it.
appreciate that. No, Ed Dustin Tyler 86. Don't worry about it. I got you. Heck, I don't even remember it half the time. I'm surprised I can remember my own handle. So don't feel bad. That's yeah.
Perfect. Well, and as always, feel free to not feel free, fucking do it. read all of the articles at WrestleBuddy.
Fucking
Read
do it.
Yvonne's women's articles. Read Yvonne's or Josh's prediction articles and crazy Charlotte articles, and all the other fools over at WrestleBuddy with their CM Punk weird theories. Check it all out.
Baby.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that something that shot at Jimmy, right?
Well,
I like Jimmy.
I do too.
I like Jimmy too, but it's very
Oh,
disrespectful.
I love Jimmy. Yeah.
You call anybody the best in the world that's not named Shane McMahon, I'm fucking done with you. So he
Yes.
won the tournament in
But
Saudi to
look where
prove it.
Shane is now. I'm just
He's
saying.
injured because he carried
I know.
WrestleMania Night 2 on his back,
I know.
and he tore his hamstring.
I feel like Snoop Dogg carried that on his back. But anyway,
Yeah, Snoop Dogg did well too.
he did.
Let's just for argument's sake, baby. How many WrestleManias has Punk been in the last 5 years? 0. How many has Shane been in? 3.
0.
Winning.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Hashtag.
that will continue next
Sorry,
week.
Jimmy. Just had to throw it
You
out.
can
The
make
trash
it
talk
cool.
will be continued.
He can make as many cool pictures of himself he wants. CM Punk's still hot garbage
But he's also the best in the world.
at
He
bitching
wishes.
and
He's
crying
really good at that too.
and pandering to Dave Meltzer on the internet, which I guess he's trending right now because he's going after Brian Alvarez.
Oh, Lord,
So-
have
That's fun.
mercy.
That's
Oh
the CM
boy.
Punk experience that we need. More drama. No, you know what's
The CM Punk Express. There you
pardon
go.
my language, but Matt Riddle's penis area was trending on Monday Night
Oh
Raw.
my
And you know how big
gosh.
of a deal was made of that? Really nothing.
How
Why
does-
was his genitals?
Because
Why-
he was sexting his girlfriend and she posted it on
Oh
Twitter.
my gosh, what is wrong
Why?
with people anymore?
I guess she was happy
Oh
about
my
it.
god.
Fair enough.
Keep
But
it to
like,
yourself.
there's a
All
difference.
world.
Like, there's shit like that. It's like, man, that's really weird. But like, you don't hear about it. But it's like,
Sure.
CM Punk's on it. Oh, now what? Oh,
Now
he's
what?
at a media thing. Oh, now he's
Well,
at
I think
WWE.
I think that
Oh,
tells
now
you
he's
something. That just means that nobody cares about Matt Riddle, but when CM
No.
Punk does something, they want to
Yeah.
know about it.
yeah. He wants the attention.
He wants attention.
He's an attention.
very-
whore.
It's making headlines.
He needs a beer.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to next week's show when Jimmy Bebe joins you and we get the Josh versus Jimmy dialogue. That's must see. Talking about the Roman Reigns segment. That's
Yeah.
what I want to see.
My first podcast as a 33-year-old. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Showdown.
Pardon my
You're
language.
only going to
Showdown.
be 33? Shit,
Yeah.
I feel old. All right.
Come on,
Jimmy
baby.
Josh
I'm ready.
Showdown.
I feel old too, and I'm only 36. I was going to lie and say I'm 20 some, but that would be a lie. So.
I can't wait for
Yeah.
Bebe to pick Roman and Solo to win. Cody and Brock to become a tag team.
That is-
John,
that is
John
kinda how
Cena
he
beating
predicts
Theory.
things.
Oh gosh.
Finn Balor is going to win this one, and
He had the judge.
Cody Rhodes
Yeah.
cashes in his money in the bank on Gunther.
He had John
that's the kind of Bebe had every stable breaking up at WrestleMania.
And John
John
Cena,
Cena beating
Theory.
Austin Theory. John Cena was
And, like,
out.
going to Raws after that.
Yeah, like, he's going to do an open challenge, and Ali's going to get it and win.
But I get his point. That's what John Cena did do
It's
that.
all
I
about
do
the
it.
passion.
It is.
We'll see. I will see him next week. I think I got enough shit talking.
I think so.
As
No,
always,
I respect the passion. Yeah.
that's it. It's all about that passion. Well, thank you so much, Ty, for hanging out with us this
Absolutely.
evening.
Oh,
Always
you're very welcome, you all. Hey, anytime.
grace us with your presence. You are
Absolutely.
the man. Until next
Yes.
time, friends and
Oh,
fellas,
thank
continue
you.
to watch Tyler on his platforms. Continue to read all of WrestleBuddy's things. Continue to watch all the podcasts over at SJP World Media, where the owner only watches us when Tyler is on. And as always, continue to fear regularly scheduled hostilities.